Ifeoma Sesiana Amobi was born in Onitsha, Nigeria. She writes about the Nigerian immigrant experience in America. Waiting, her first short story, was published in Kweli. This evening she will read an excerpt from Alive, where a young immigrant from Nigeria fights to keep her family afloat after the loss of her husband. Ife Amobi.
I finished my shift at Mepa Uzo restaurant, where I wash dish. I tell my boss Uzoma, Dalu, thank you for the food. My daughter will be happy with the mai mai. When I get outside, I cross my chest a good 10 times and ask God for forgiveness for the 2 bags of okra I stole from her freezer, for the paper napkins I stuffed in every pocket, for the change I took from the tip jar. When I'm done, I push my collar up around my ears and start walking home to my Nduru. By the time I arrive at my apartment building on 213th in Holland, I cannot feel my fingers. I fumble with the key in the lock, drop my mai, curse. I do not know my daughter's classmate and a grown man stand in the shadows, passing a bottle in a brown paper bag between their lips until she speaks. Need some help, Miss Akuro? She asks. She is 10, and I can smell hard liquor on her breath. No, I tell her. They stumble away before I can ask her, where are her parents? I walk into my apartment and see my Nduru sitting at the kitchen table, staring out the window. I place her mai in front of her. Eat, I say, eat. Acharam, she says, and shoves it away from her. I blink at the girl who was once happy and plump. Now her limbs and neck are as thin as the legs of a chicken, and she has shaved the sides of her head to leave a soft tuft going down the middle like a crazy nanu, a crazy bird. What Nigerian child does this? I sniff around her. Open your mouth now, I say, so I can smell. I see napkins sticking out of her wrist. What person in her right mind would stick napkins under her clothes? I grab her arm, and she winces. She yanks her arm away and tugs her sleeve down over it. Rabamu, leave me alone, she says. She walks away from me and slams the door. I dump the okra on my counter next to a letter from my sister. It had been there for weeks, waiting to be opened so that her words would spit venom in my face. A waste, my sister once said. She never understood why I was the one chosen to come to America. Aching for relief, I hobbled to the chair where my husband, Amechi, once sat, before his mind took him and he wandered away. I sit. I stroke its arms. I close my eyes and wait for the pain in my heart to subside. It does not. I know it is 9:30, but the hands on the kitchen clock have been stuck on 2. The time my husband left to work his double shift and never came back. See, in Onitsha, he was a big man, a doctor, but America had made him a driver of taxi cabs. We met when I was selling oranges in the main market. He would always tell me, one day I will take you to heaven in the earth. And in America, hey, wives of doctors do not even lift a dish. I open my eyes and begin to cry. I cry for my husband. I cry for home. I go for my sister's letter on the counter and open it hesitantly. Sister, God has blessed your niece Chi-Chi, who has won a summer internship to study engineering at Columbia. You will house her, yes? Fear seizes me. I quickly think that this may just be the inspiration we need to turn our lives around in this America. I go to Nduru's room and open her door, and what I see pulls me to my knees. My child, my Nduru, sits on the floor. Her left arm is turned, and in her right hand is a sharp edge of the tab from a soda can. I see her. I see my Nduru break skin.